On this episode, how free cycling groups are like an escape hatch. You're listening to A Little Debbie. It's a bite-sized version of the longer podcast, Upcycling with Deb. I'm your host, Deb Colameta. I wrote a #1 best-selling book called Best Offer, Best Life. And you can get in touch with me and find out more information about the classes I offer, webinars or debinars, by going to my website, www.thedebsite.com. Free cycling is when you give away your things responsibly. You can donate your items, give them to friends or community members. And I think free cycling is great. I'm a huge advocate for this approach, and it's not lazy. Lazy is throwing something away into a landfill when it could be used by someone else. Give yourself permission to responsibly do what works for you. My recommendation is a mixed approach to reselling and upcycling your things, a smorgasbord, if you will. There's no prize for doing things the hard way. I have given away so much stuff, and it makes me feel rich. On the flip side, though, don't shortchange yourself either. You'd be shocked at what I've sold versus what I've given away. I do like to take a few extra minutes to make sure that my item goes into the right hands and not into a trash barrel. Consider it my own little volunteerism. But free cycling sites are always there as the escape hatch. When you have too much to sell and you have to start somewhere, it's a great shortcut. People try to do too much and then they get overwhelmed and then they quit. That's like with online yard sales. It's like with life in general. The key to success in the world of online yard sales is focus on fewer items at higher price points. Don't try to sell it all. Been there, done that, wrote the book on it. If you have something of value, that's when you want to put a little extra effort into selling it. Or if you have something that you can market easily, some people like to be able to pay a little something for it. So like I wrote in my book, if it's free, they think it's trash. But that same bookshelf for $5 is a bargain that they'll brag about. They paid for it themselves. They scored a deal. The value in this whole process is that by mindfully distributing your items, consciously curating your collection of junk, you're forced to face what you have allowed into your space. If you don't go through that process, you're just going to end up back at square one. The wealth here I'm talking about is not found in the $20 sale of an appliance repeated again and again and again, but rather in not wasting money on the things that don't improve your life in any measurable way. The only way you achieve that mindset transformation is by evaluating the contents of your home and going through this exercise. Free cycling sites are the way that you're going to get there. If you just have too much stuff to get through to list things one by one, if you really need a shortcut and a hack to get some traction in your upcycling journey, free cycling sites are a great shortcut to get you going and get you some momentum on your upcycling journey.